Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my second update for my project pan for 2023. I'm doing this in the Team Project Pan style, so I have a full face of products. I'm almost exclusively looking at just makeup products for panning, but I do have one body care item in this project that I am working on. So let's just get straight into the update. The first product I want to talk about is my setting spray. This is the Beige Dewy Setting Mist. There is like the tiniest amount in this. I'll put the picture up. You won't even be able to see where it is in the picture because I couldn't really put a mark, but hopefully maybe on camera you can see. It is very, very close to the bottom. I probably have maybe 2 to 3 days left on this. It's probably gonna like sputter and there'll be stuff in the bottom that I just can't use. We might even be there like today. I haven't tried using this today. So yeah, this is almost done, but it's not quite done, so I didn't want to call it just yet because it hasn't got to the point where it's sputtering and I can't use it. I should have maybe tried it today because maybe it is. Let's try it right now. No, there's still stuff in there. Okay. Whew. So last month this was 71.31 grams. It's now 63.43 grams. That's a difference of 0.88 grams. Next up is the primer that I'm working on. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I didn't bother drawing any marks on this. I'm using the lettering to sort of show where the difference is, so the photo will show that there is a difference. I am using this. I don't mind it. It's definitely very, very glowy. If you have oily skin, like former me, when I had oily skin when I was younger, I would have hated this. But right now, for me in the wintertime, this is working out really, really well. So I just changed the brightness because it was very, very dark. So yeah, last update, this was 106.1 grams. It's now 102.81 grams. That's a difference of 3.29 grams. Next up is the foundation that I'm working on. This is the Beige Stick Foundation in Cool Beige. This is getting through okay. Like I'm working through it. It's not super fast. If this was a product that I was going to work on for the rest of the year, I would definitely have no issues. Assuming I would finish this by the end of the year, but I am going to end up rolling this out at the end of March. So I might as well just say that right now. So I'm sort of doing a quarterly type project pan, so something similar to what Haley was doing a couple of years ago. I'm going to work on these products for the first 3 months, so like January, February, March, and then end of March. So next update, I will roll almost all of these products out and roll in new products. So last month this was 36.96 grams. It's now 36.43 grams. That's a difference of 0.53 grams. Next up is the concealer that I'm working on, and this isn't technically a concealer. They call this the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. So it's kind of a foundation stick, kind of a concealer. It's one of those products that unfortunately I don't think it does either entirely well. I prefer it as a concealer, but it's not really very full coverage. It's definitely very like a natural makeup type makeup, which on no makeup days it works out really well. But for me, like 90% of the time I do wear a full face of makeup, so it does lack a little for me in terms of concealer, like concealing, especially lately. I've really needed a lot of concealer and this just really hasn't been cutting it, but I did wear it a few days like as no makeup days, and I enjoyed it that way. So I do like the product. I can definitely see myself repurchasing it. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth because, again, I'll put the photo up. Like, it's taking me a long time to go through this, which I'm pleasantly surprised, but at the same time this is like a clean beauty brand, so I feel like this product's gonna go bad before I can finish it, which is also the downside. I feel like this is like a very pros and cons type product. I am glad I've had the opportunity to try it. I do think I would repurchase it in the future, and I really like the shade on this. I feel like the shade for me is a really good match. So last month this was 38.88 grams. It's now 38.67 grams. That's a difference of 0.21 grams. Next up is the powder that I'm working on, and this is the Fenty Pro Filter powder in the shade 170. And I did mention in my last update that after my intro, I promptly dropped everything on the ground because I have it all stored in a box, and the lid officially broke off. So it was hanging on by a thread on the one side, and now it's officially broken off. So I'm real sad about that because I liked this packaging. I thought it looked really, really good, and of course I just got to ruin it. So that's why we can't have nice things. But I do really like this powder. In the side-by-side, you probably won't see a big difference. I took another photo from the side, and hopefully you can see there's definitely like a good dip in this. I could see myself hitting pan on this by next month, potentially. If I do, it'll be very small pan, but I think I will hit pan on this by the next update, which would be a nice way to like send this off and roll in my next powder that I'll use for the next quarter. So last month this was 74.97 grams. It's now 74.12 grams, so that's a difference of 0.85 grams. Next up is the bronzer I'm working on. This is the Rimmel Radiance Brick Bronzer in 002 Medium. I've been mostly focusing on sort of the lighter side of it and kind of in the middle. In the side-by-side, you can definitely see, and I can see looking at it, like the middle is getting really flat. You can see sort of around the edges where some of that like texture relief type pattern is still quite evident, but it's definitely getting quite flat in the middle. This is again an okay bronzer. I don't think I'm wearing any of this today. I'm wearing the primer and the eyeliner and mascara. Oh, and the brow product, but the face products, nothing else, like the concealer, the foundation, oh, and the powder. So I guess I'm wearing most of this, 50% of it. I can math. I'm not wearing foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, and highlight. I'm wearing those from another set of products from my weekly picks. So anyway, this bronzer's fine. It's an easy everyday bronzer. If I don't know what bronzer I want to wear, because I am, like I said, I have weekly picks, and I do have a bronzer in my face palette, I don't mind pulling this one out. It's just one that I can use, and I don't have to think too hard about, so that's kind of nice about this bronzer. And I think it looks good. So last month this was 42 grams. It's now 41.82 grams. That's a difference of 0.18 grams. The blush I'm working on is the Pure Anada Loose Mineral Blush in Camellia. It was a sample, and I said last month that I wasn't sure I'd finish this, and I did not finish it. I'll put the picture up because, oh yeah, you can sort of see there's a little bit right there. But I'll put the picture up. There is a very small amount of this left. And I kind of said that in my last update. I wasn't 100% sure I'd be able to finish this. I could have had I focused on it, but I didn't really focus on it. It's a very, very pigmented blush, and I'm very pale right now, so I just didn't finish it. So this will definitely be finished, which again will work out nicely. I can roll in a new blush for the next quarter. So last month this was 15.88 grams. It's now 15.84 grams. That's a difference of 0.04 grams. The weight might not really show anything. There's such little powder left that I won't be surprised by next update if the weight is like, there's no change for next update. The highlighter I've been working on is the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in Flexatarian. This is like a never-ending product. I don't know how people finish these, especially this highlighter. It is a very, very pigmented highlighter, very bright highlighter, very sparkly highlighter, so I use like the smallest amount. So yeah, I'm kind of actually glad I'm rolling this out because I'm not really seeing a whole lot of progress on it, so it's not very satisfying to use. It's getting very, very dark. There's a storm rolling in, so I feel like it's gonna storm soon. So I apologize if the lighting is getting very dark. Let's go all the way. Okay, that's a little bit better, but I'm gonna I can bump it up a little bit more. Hopefully I can get this finished before the lighting changes. So let's speed this up. Last month this was 28.19 grams. It's now 28.19 grams. It's now 28.13 grams. That is a difference of 0.06 grams. Steadily working on my eyeliner. This is the Sugar Kohl eyeliner in 01 Blackout. I've said this every update, and when I introduce this, really enjoy this eyeliner. It's a really good eyeliner. I'm not 100% sure I will keep this in the project. I don't really know what to do. I kind of want to roll in a new eyeliner, but I also kind of want to finish this because I know I can finish it. I think I will roll in a new eyeliner and maybe bring this back. So last month this was 4.89 grams. It's now 4.86 grams. That's a difference of 0.03 grams. The mascara I've been working on is this Heimish dailism Smudge Stop Mascara. It's the mascara that I have on. I really enjoy this mascara. It's definitely like waterproof. I wouldn't say it's 100% waterproof, but it does work well. Like I said, it's been kind of stormy. We've had a lot of snow lately. I feel like it's been more wintry in February than we got in like December or January. We had like a couple days in December that were like super wintry. January was pretty mild, and now February's been like this like winter wonderland. Anyway, so it does survive that. It doesn't survive tears, excessive tears, but it does survive tears. So it's pretty good that way, and I like that it's easy to remove. I sort of flip-flop between this one and my waterproof mascara over the past month. So last month this was 17.48 grams. It's now 17.21 grams. That's a difference of 0.27 grams. So I'm working on 2 brow products because they are kind of different and I do wear them together, and I'm wearing both of them today. The first one is the brow pencil. I haven't really been focusing on the brow pencil. I've been sort of doing my brows a little differently lately, where I go in with the brow gel first and then I use the brow pencil to sort of fill in. Previously, or what I used to do, was go in with the pencil and then go with the brow gel after, and I felt like my brows in person were looking really heavy. So I've kind of flipped them around and I think it's working out really well. So the brow pencil I've been working on is the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. There's been like no difference in the measurement of this, but we have a slight weight change of last month it was 8.68 grams and it's now 8.67 grams. So that's a difference of 0.01 grams. So this brow pencil is going to go the same route as the Winky one, Winky Lux one, where I'm going to see very little progress on it, especially, like I said, I sort of changed up how I use it, so I've used very, very little product now. Again, this is a product that I might keep in, but I might take out. I haven't really decided yet if I'm going to keep working with this one. I think I only have one other brow pencil, which is the McQueen one. So, I don't know, we'll see. I might just keep this going, but I might flip over to the McQueen one. I might like flip-flop between the two. So there's that. And the brow gel, like I said, I've been using the brow gel a whole lot more. This is the ABH Dipbrow Gel in medium brown. I wouldn't repurchase this. I would definitely go back to using a pomade or using a clear. I have the clear brow gel. I don't like the clear brow gel because the brush is so big. It's too bad it's not the same packaging because I like the brush size of this over the clear one. But I think I like the NYX brow gel better, like the glue, the stick it one. The one I want to try is the glue one. Like, I want one that really like stick it to my face. I want my brows sit very low, so I feel like when I brush them up it lifts them a little bit. It gives me a bit more, and it shortens some of the distance between my giant forehead and my eyebrows. So that's why I like to push them up, and I want them to stay up, and I feel like they don't stay up. It stays pretty good, but it doesn't last all day. I'd say I get like maybe four good hours, and by the afternoon it starts really falling down. So last month this was 11.97 grams. It's now 11.88 grams. So that's a difference of 0.09 grams. Like I said, I've been focusing on this a little bit more, but I'm definitely like at a point where I really have to like give it a good wiggle. I don't think it'll be done. Like I don't want to call it at the end of next month. I think I want to keep this around a little bit longer, and I might bring it back into the project. But I think I should call it by the end of the calendar year for sure. And the last product that I have in this project right now is the Soul Body Shimmering Dry Oil in Sangria. I didn't use this at all in February, so the photo, it'll look exactly the same. The weight, exactly the same. It was 107.18 grams. It's still 107.18 grams. This is a product that's going to stay in the project until it's finished. I'm not planning on rolling this out, but I think I talked about this. I think I kind of want to save this more for summertime. So I'm not sure if I'll really get much use out of it over the next couple months, but I kind of want to try and think about using it because I don't think I'll use it. I feel like it's going to be too hard to power through this in the summer, so I'd like to get a little bit more use so what I have left for the summer is not like daunting. I hope that makes some sense. So that is it for my update number 2 for my project pan for 2023. I do just want to mention that I'm trying to get back into filming, trying to get back into some regular routine things. Since Harley, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about that right now because I don't want to start waterworks. But I will probably do a video. I'll probably maybe do a get ready with me and talk about everything, because I think it's a really important thing to talk about. For me, at least, it is. So, with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. If you did like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.